Allah puts what in it? Barakah in it, meaning we get more from it than we ever expected. I'll tell you a little story. 18 years old, in New York City, late 90s, 98, 99. I was in an Arabic class. I didn't know any Arabic. I was in an Arabic class in Queens, New York. And our teacher, Dr. Abdus Samir, who's a really good teacher, has a very strong English act, like he speaks English very badly. His comfortable language is Punjabi. He's from Faisalabad. So he's comfortable in Punjabi. And when he speaks English, here's how he speaks English. He thinks about the word in Punjabi, and then translates it, and then thinks about the next word in Punjabi, and then translates it. So it takes a long time for an English sentence. Like he'll say things like, the Arabic language is very important. Now when he does that, and he speaks for 3 hours, what happens after 5 minutes for people? That's what happens. I love this man. And I studied Arabic with him. And the class was tough. We started with 10 students. Eventually there were 3 students. It was 3 weeks long. 3 students. And I looked around, one day I came in, there was only 2 or 3 of us. And I just got frustrated with Dr. Saab. What's the point? I mean, nobody's going to show up soon. What's even the point? He goes, that's not your job. Allah will put barakah in what He wants. Okay? That's all he said. And I believed it. I was like, you're right. That was my first Arabic class. I studied Arabic beyond that in New York City. I didn't have the money to go abroad. I didn't have the money to go to Egypt or Saudi or somewhere else studying Arabic. But all of it started with one man who says, don't worry about it, Allah will put what? Barakah. Now let me tell you, that my Arabic studies and my Quran studies went together. Okay, and they're still going together, right? So just give you a little bit of what's going on with us, with Bayyina. SubhanAllah, now we have 1.5 million followers on Facebook combined. And we have about 300,000 subscribers across the various YouTube channels. Bayyina content, my lectures, other stuff has been actually appeared on 7 TV channels, international TV channels thus far. We did our podcasts. Some of you are familiar with the Juz Amma podcast. There are 3 terabytes being downloaded a month from just the podcasts. We had to go to a professional server because our servers crashed over and over again because of how much downloads are happening online. And then we just did an experiment. Some of you may have seen it. We did a live lecture on Surah Al-Kahf a few weeks ago. I did it from Dallas. And we only advertised it for 9 days. We just put it on Facebook that we're going to have this live lecture. Over 30,000 Muslims from all over the world, and by the way, some Christians and Jews too, attended the program. 9 days and a live cast of 2 hours, and 30,000 people are attending. You know what I call that? I think there's one word for it. It's barakah. All for one reason. I'm telling you all of this for one reason. Whatever good you're doing, don't underestimate it. We put the seed in the ground. Allah is the one who turns it into a tree. Yes or no? I don't control how it turns into a tree. All I do is put the seed and put the water and keep taking care of it. But the growth of it itself, that is entirely in the hands of Allah. And once it grows and it gives a fruit, I don't create the fruit, He creates the fruit. And inside that fruit there are what? Seeds. And I have to take those seeds and do what? Plant them again. This is how Allah grows things. And this is how Allah also grows His deen. This is what we're trying to do. My personal mission and my organization's mission is very simple. I want 2 things. In the next 10 years, I want millions of Muslims that did not know anything about Arabic to know enough about Arabic that they can understand the Quran. That's one of my missions. I want hundreds of millions of Muslims to know the Arabic language. And I don't even think it needs 10 years. I think we can do it in a couple of years. I have another mission within the next 5 years. I want hundreds of millions of Muslims who understand the English language from various countries, hundreds of millions of them, to have gone through an explanation of the entire Quran like we went through Surah al-Rahman. They've gone through it. Have you gone through surahs like that before? Some of you have? Yeah? Does it benefit you? Well, imagine you could do that for the whole Quran. No hurry, little at a time, little at a time, little at a time. Now